With season 8 of Guild v Guild coming around, I decided I'm going to go in here and take a look at the towers and keeps and go ahead and set up my defenses. I also haven't transferred yet, so all this is probably going to be erased when I do that later tonight. So, if you guys don't know, go ahead and transfer your accounts. Go ahead and migrate over because April 4th is coming up. Anywho, we'll go ahead. I already filtered by defenders. I like to start my defender. In this case, I'm going to pick out Torador. He's already the Lord. Then I go ahead and filter 2 healers. We're going to go ahead and pick up Lily. It's either going to be Lily or Carnelian. So Lily's just going to be better fit in this team, in my opinion. Especially with the healers that I have, it's limited. You always have to go with what you have. So we'll just go ahead and filter a Nightmare because we already have Torador as the Lord. Pick up Sun Wukong as the fighter. Hotsit has the AoE marksman. And then Ajax for magic damage. This is actually the same team I had last season, and it did really well. I didn't lose any, so that's a plus for me. All right, so starting fresh, these maps are kind of weird. I was in here earlier, and I was like, man, it's going to be hard. Like, platformers have a hard time, and I don't have a Piercer team, really. I do, but Silas isn't bonded. So what I was first thinking about, where am I going to put my tank, right? So we'll do different positions in all layouts and see kind of what works and what doesn't. So if I put Torador here, Sun Wukong can't really hit anything in front of Torador in this position. So everything's going to be stopped in front of Torador. Sun Wukong can only hit during his ultimate. So it's a lot of wasted time. I don't like it. Let's say I have like a Cyrus that can face up and then like that provides like extra people or something like that. I'm not going to use this position. I don't have the units to figure out a way to use that position. So I'm going to go ahead and place Torador back one. At least this way, units can kind of line up in front of Torador. Sun Wukong can start attacking. But now let's see where we're going to put our marksman and our AoE mage and Ajax, right? Because that tile right next, right above Sun Wukong is very vulnerable. I think Garnet Guards are going to have a field day with that tile. And actually, I think Ajax can probably still get hit too, right? So I don't like those top 2 tiles, but that's why we have Lily, right? So we can provide some kind of protection with Lily. If I build Lily with enough HP, she can be that frontline kind of defender right here for my mages and my platform units, basically. So Garnet Guards would have to hit Lily first in this position. I have to build over some HP. But this setup isn't too bad. Hotsits in the back can cover kind of air units that kind of get by. Ajax is protected by Lily, at least in the last position. This position right here, if I put Ajax at the bottom, he loses so much range. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tiles that I can get if Ajax is up here. Lily, we can play around with it, but I think I'm going to have to put Lily in that spot next to Ajax, honestly. Because down here, she can't provide protection to Ajax. And then if Ajax get hit by Garnet Guards, then what? One shot, that's half my team going, right? At least the only magic damage that I have. I could put Ajax up a little higher and then maybe face Lily covering all my platform units and then put Hotsit down here behind Sun Wukong. That's an option, right? And that would kind of be effective, right? So, like I was saying, Lily, she can go behind Ajax in this position. It covers everybody, my fighters and Ajax. So that way, if they get hit, they get that extra life. Hotsit can be in the back. She can still hit in front of Torador. And she can cover things up in the back if anybody gets by. So this actually doesn't seem too bad because I don't think Garnet Guards are going to be able to hit Hotsit in that position right here. So anyway, we'll pick them all up. We'll switch it. I actually kind of like that second position that I had. So we'll move Torador back one more just to see what kind of options open up for us, right? Ajax can't go up top. He won't be able to hit much. He loses so much range if he's down here, right? All those squares, all those tiles, he just won't be able to attack on. Where else could we put Ajax? Not here. Too far back. And then if I put him anywhere else, he's just kind of a sin duck, right? So I'm not sure if this position is going to work out too well. But we'll keep trying. We'll keep trying. We'll see if we can play around with it, right? So first we do have to figure out what are we going to do with our platformers. So let's see. Maybe we'll start with Lily, right? Yeah, too far. A Piercer team, she could work back there. Lily, let's say we place her here, then we do open up 2 platform spots. Ajax, he loses too much range, so he'll probably go up next to Sun Wukong right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. And then Hotsa can still hit in front of Torador. So basically, this is almost the same position as the first one that we did, just pushed back a little bit more, right? Which is okay. That's fine. So this one, all 3 are actually viable. In my opinion, it just depends. Ajax is going to be easier to build with higher HP, so I will probably leave him more vulnerable and then let Lily cover him. Because I honestly don't want to build Lily with too much HP, just because then she'll lose out on her healing. So if you're going to use these top spots, those are like the three type of combinations that I would use if you're going to use that front lane right here. So let's try to move on to the middle section, or at least the back end, right? So Torador, obviously he'd be facing right down here. Then we're going to put Sun Wukong behind him. Then Ajax. Let's see where we're going to place Ajax. He can go right here. 1, 2, 3. It does cover everything in front of Torador and up to the crystal. Hotsit can go here, covers everything from the crystal and in front of Torador. And then Lily. Where are we going to put Lily though? Right? So I guess in front of Hotsit, technically, that way you cover the ground units. Let's see, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ajax loses out on some range if I swap him. Because I do kind of think Lily can go back where Hotsit is. And then, kind of provide coverage from there. Ajax. Where are we going to put you? Not enough coverage back there. He just loses so much damage if I put him on any other tile. So let's see if we just start with Lily first, right? So Lily can go here facing down. She will cover everybody for the most part if she's in that middle tile. If she's over here, she really can't cover anyone unless she's on one of these two platforms right here. So if she goes here, yeah, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to likely want to move her back to the back tile and then face her so that way she covers at least your tanks, your ground units. That's what you're going to want her to cover for the most part. And then we can just place Hotsit in front of Lily and then Ajax in the back. Ajax won't get any coverage though if he's back here. And Garnet guards, they're probably going to target Hotsit first. But that second shot sometimes, they do go past like the closest platform unit and then hit the back one. That's my only concern. But this does look like an okay setup, and Ajax should be out of harm's way. However, we do have one more setup that we can try. I'll rearrange them here in the back. And then I'm thinking that Lily, this tile where that Lily's on, is probably always safe for the most part, as long as there's a unit in front, right? So just to be on the safe side, I do want to position it a little bit different. So that way Ajax and Hotsit just are out of harm's way altogether, and at least one of them is covered by Lily, right? So it's going to be basically the same setup. Torador up front, Sun Wukong right behind him. Now we just have to figure out where our platform users are going to go, so that way it provides the best coverage and the most offensive range that we can have. Hotsit over here, I really don't like it, but we'll throw Ajax in the back. He has the most range, and it's going to cover all the way up into the crystal, all the way down through our ground units. Lily, this is like one option, but I don't like this at all. Obviously, you don't want Lily up in the front. So we're going to swap her and Hotsit. Hotsit can go here, covers all the way up to the crystal, and then we'll place Lily facing down, covering our ground units, providing that extra life to Hotsit. And Hotsit is invisible, right? So for some period of time, this is at least going to delay the enemy. We do have that extra coverage on Hotsit. Ajax probably won't get hit at all. So this does look like a fairly safe and comfortable team for me. So let's wrap it up. This position right here in the back is probably what I would use for a Nightmare team that I'm running and the units that I have. So, and I also like the second and third position in the front. Those are the two ones that I like the most that I would use for my GVG setup for my Nightmare team. All right, so now let's take a look at my Arbiter team, right? Or Watcher team, however you want to call it. But since I have Praetus, A1 Praetus, whoop whoop, he's my lord, so I'm going to build around him. Not Brokir, but Baron, my second best tank, because he has unyielding, so I'm going to use him as my tank. After I have my tank, then I'm just going to go ahead and grab Ingrid, because I know I'm going to use her, and I'm going to use Constant in an Arbiter team. I'm just going to do it. I have the heroes, I'm going to do it. I used Beelzebub last season, and it worked extremely well on that map, so I'm hoping to use him this season. So we're going to test it out, see if I can place him, and see what happens, right? So with the new maps, we'll start in the front, see how it looks, and see what kind of placements we can get with an Arbiter team. Ingrid, how would we put Ingrid? Way back here would be ideal if she had that one extra tower, right? She'd be so far at harm's way. But right here would probably be the best spot for her if we're doing up front. Constant would be down here. She would be my healer. She will heal Baron and Ingrid. and Beelzebub, but Beelzebub right here, and Praetus right here, they're in range of Garnet Guards and likely Archers, at least Praetus is, when they first come down. So that's the thing, and Constance doesn't give any kind of unyielding or extra life. Praetus doesn't have that in his kit, and neither does Beelzebub. The only one is Baron, so this is not successful in my opinion because it can be easily taken down if you know what you're doing, right? So in the front, I don't think it's going to happen because I can only use this tile or this lane for Ingrid. So we'll go ahead and we'll try set up in the back. Baron goes down. Ingrid going to go in that lane that I was talking about. That's the only lane that Ingrid really has that's kind of out of harm's way. There might be a use up there in the back, but for now, it's probably not going to work. This is another spot that Beelzebub could go in, but then I'd have to set up everything down here, and Ingrid can't hit there. There's no spot to put Ingrid at where Beelzebub was. It's all kind of just all over the place in this back corner. But Ingrid would have to be here. Praetus would probably be here. Beelzebub could be here to cover everybody, and then Constance can heal everyone. And that's a good idea, but same issue. Garnet Guards are going to come through. Archers are going to come through, and this whole lineup is susceptible because I don't have enough unyielding in my kit when I'm building this team. So Beelzebub is not going to be useful in this team comp that I have. He could possibly be useful on this map, but not in this team comp. And I don't see a way, even playing around with it, I don't see a way where I can use Beelzebub successfully to avoid Archers, Garnet Guards, Mages, and everything else that can be thrown at you in GVG and come out alive. So if you're going to use Ingrid, she has to be in that spot right here if you're going to use her in the back. If you guys can figure out a way to use her where she's in AoE form, then kudos to y'all if y'all can use her in the back. But I don't see a way where you can use that successfully, not with the lineup of heroes that I have brought with me. So if I'm going to use Ingrid or Arbiter comp, I'm going to throw it in the front and I'm going to line it up like this. I'm going to have not Beelzebub. I don't think I'm going to have Beelzebub here. I'm going to go out and replace him, but this is going to be the lineup, and I'm going to either put Lily or Carnelian in Beelzebub's spot. I'll have Constant. She'll be able to heal everybody in this position. I'll have Carnelian here where Beelzebub is, and she'll give that unyielding to everybody here, protecting from the Garnet Guards and Archers. Praetus can cover everything up until Constance and Baron. Boom. I'll go ahead and make those changes, but right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I would do for a keep setting if I'm using this lineup that I have right now. It's going to be real quick. I'm just going to run through it. Baron would be my tank up here. Then I'll place Praetus behind Baron. Carnelian will be down here in that little nook and cranny, and that will provide that bouncing, unyielding all over the place. Constance will be my healer, and then Ingrid will be right there. All right, so next in the keep, we have my Nightmare team. We're going to go ahead and add that in, and I'll show you what I would do if I'm going to be in a keep. I'm going to set both my defenses anyways, so that way Zach, if she feel like it, hey, throw me wherever you want, man. Girl, boss, queen. Anyways, Torador, he'd be up front. Sun Wukong would be right behind Torador, and then Lily would be down here in the little nook and cranny all snugged away. Go ahead and place Hotsit. That way Lily is covering Hotsit, and then Ajax would be up here. The most range Ajax can have, and then also Lily can provide coverage for Ajax. So it is a crapshoot. If they get down here, hey, guess what? They might pop Hotsit, but hopefully by that time Ajax kind of kills them, and Sun Wukong ultimate goes off and then wipes out whoever's coming down that lane, right? That's the game plan. So with the new season coming up, season 8, baby, season 8 of GVG, I will start reviewing my guild's, EO's, our guild, EO's defenses. Run that shit. But I will start reviewing our defenses, so you guys can take a look at that, see like what common mistakes, what pitfalls might happen in a GVG map that we haven't even been through yet, right? So come back, take a look. I'll also be testing like, the ranges and stuff of Archers and the Garnet Guards, because they'll just be like different randomly set GVG defenses that we'll be taking a look at and we'll run through. Hopefully I'll get that up this week. I don't know. I'm slow. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Peace out. Thanks for all the support. I'm the guy out.